Court is in recess today, Sunday, March 8, 1964. Let's continue our look back at the weekend the president was assassinated and his accused killer was murdered.
I'm Eric Bushman.
And I'm Brandon Birmingham. This is the state of Texas versus Jack Ruby, the original trial of the century. Yesterday, we played you what happened as it happened, the simple transfer for Lee Harvey Oswald to the Dallas County Jail that instead of going as planned, ended with Oswald being rushed to Parkland Hospital.
Not long after Oswald's death, District Attorney Henry Wade decided it was the best move to call a news conference to detail to Dallas and the world their case against Oswald for the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. During that news conference, reporters started asking their first questions to Wade about the new prisoner, Jack Ruby. This is what Wade had to say just a few hours after Ruby killed Oswald.
Do you know of any connection between Mr. Ruby and the...
I know him now.
Are you investigating reports that he might have been slain because Ruby might have feared he would implicate him in something?
The police are making the investigation of that murder. I don't know anything about that.
Is the investigation...
Although charges have been filed, it will be presented to a grand jury on Rubin. We'll probably immediately within the next week, and it'll probably be tried around the middle of January.
Has the district attorney's office closed its investigation of the assassination of the president?
Before sending the gun to Washington?
Before
sending the gun to Washington.
Yes.
Do you think it was unusual for Jack Ruby to be in that crowd?
I don't pass on that. Unusual to be in that crowd?
The reports that he was
I
planned to...
haven't been here since last night, so I don't know anything about
Mr. Wade,
today's happening.
how do you feel about not being able to try Oswald?
I'm from the Dallas police.
What do you think was the motive of Ruby?
I don't know. I haven't talked with him.
What do you feel is the strongest evidence in that list?
You heard the story that Oswald and Ruby were previously acquainted?
I think I heard it on radio or something, but I don't know anything about it.
Did we have a chance to talk to Ruby?
I have not talked with...
Okay.
No, sir, I have not talked with either one of them.
Well, will we get a chance to talk to him or see him?
I don't know anything about that.
Did you know...
This was entirely about going over the evidence that I thought some of you would want.
Did you know Ruby before this?
No, sir. Saw him in this very same room Friday night when we had the defendant up
He threw a
here.
stag party for the Texas Bar Association in the Adolphus Hotel. Were you there?
No, sir, I wasn't there. As a matter of fact, if some of you will recall, he asked a question from out here in the audience, or answered a question. He's standing right back here, and I didn't know who he was. I thought he was a member of the press, and he told me as we walked out of here that he was a nightclub operator here.
What question did he ask?
What?
What question did he ask?
I don't remember, but he
answered one, I think.
Maybe it was an answer, but he said something.
You remember it was Friday night when I asked you to do an interview with me on the phone, and you had another call, and Ruby was hanging around in the background. You were on the phone, and I said, and then you had to go away, and I asked Ruby, because he seemed to me like a detective. He seemed to be all over this place. I said, would you see if you could get him on the phone? Over here now. And he went around, and he got you, and he brought you over to my telephone.
It might have been where he told me who he was. I didn't know who he was either. When he, I think someone here answered that question in that he answered a question. Somebody asked something, and he answered it back there, and I don't know what it was. I think it is some question about a street or an address or a name or something.
You look to me like your good friend. I don't know what it is.
What can you tell us so far about your investigation of Jack Ruby?
I haven't had anything to do with it. I know nothing about it.
Will you be involved?
I will try.
Is the Justice Department heading up that investigation?
As far as I know, the Dallas police is.
How would you evaluate that?
Yes.
Will you seek the death penalty for Ruby?
Yes.
Even if he pleads guilty?
Yes.
Is it an automatic death penalty?
Does the FBI have additional evidence?
I don't know. I don't know what they have.
Sir, do you know when you'll present the Ruby case to the grand jury?
Yeah.
Within a week, I said. I might say on this that you asked about the penalty on it. This latter case was an assassination of a man under arrest, handcuffed. That to me is a very aggravated case and warrants the death penalty. A second assassination doesn't help a first.
Do you have a signed statement for Mr. Ruby? Yes.
I haven't seen it, but I think they have.
Are you investigating the possibility Ruby might have killed Oswald because he fears Oswald might implicate him in some part?
I'm not investigating anything. I will try whatever. I'll try the case.
Will you leave before the JP tomorrow?
I think he's already been before the JP, hasn't he?
The district attorney.
I think he was taken before the JP. The JP was here today, I know. He called me.
Against Harvey Lee Oswald.
Now, if they haven't examined the trial, which they may interdict,
Mr. Wade has said
that
he is concerned.
I don't know when that'll be or whether it's been set yet.
That Oswald was, in fact, the assassin of the president.
Well, we're prepared to go now, but it'll probably be Wednesday before we can. I mean, we'd sort of set up to have the other Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday. And so we'll run this in its place.
As the days turned into weeks leading up to the trial, Ruby would occasionally give on-the-record remarks to reporters before or after hearings. Here, Ruby is asked a series of questions that led to an emotional display over President Kennedy's death.
Did you ever speak to Lee Oswald in your life?
Never have. Never. I never used the term angry. That's not in my vocabulary. And any enterprise I went into was specifically legitimate.
Jack not only asked you if you ever spoke to him, not only did you never speak to him, did you ever see him or know of him?
Never saw him and known him in my life. Never have.
What did you say about angry, Mr. Ruby?
I mean, it's not in my vocabulary. It lives in my...
This is the word angry?
Yes, I mean, it was used constantly here with reference to how I felt. Matter of fact, I was more remorseful than angry if I lost.
What are you referring to now? The president?
Yes.
Tell us how you felt about the whole thing.
He's telling you right now, if you look at him.
I couldn't understand how great a man like that could be lost.
Ruby saying in that clip that he couldn't understand how a great man like that could be lost. The trial picks up again tomorrow as testimony continues. March 9th will bring more defense witnesses. Most of these witnesses are doctors who will explain the defense theory that Jack Ruby suffered from psychomotor epilepsy at the time he shot Oswald. I'm Eric Bushman.
And I'm Brandon Birmingham. This is the state of Texas versus Jack Ruby, the original trial of the century.
Bibliography for March 8, 1964. Audio of the Henry Wade News Conference is from NBC as broadcast by then NBC affiliate WBAP Radio, November 24, 1963. Audio of the Jack Ruby Media Gaggle is from the WFAA TV collection and the 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza.